A very good afternoon to everyone. In this class, we're going to discuss about tax capacity. Let us understand the definition of tax capacity. Tax capacity refers to the maximum amount of revenue a government can generate through taxation based on its economic resources. Now, the question is, why is it so important to understand the tax capacity? It is important to understand the crucial for effective fiscal policy and the economic growth of the country. Next, let us understand the key factors influencing tax capacity. There are four important factors that influence the tax capacity of a country: the economic base, the tax policies, compliance rates, and the administrative efficiency. Economic base refers to the size and structure of the economy. This influences the tax capacity of a country. And also the existing tax laws and their enforcements also define the tax capacity. The level of voluntary tax compliances among citizens also affect the tax capacity. The effectiveness of tax collection agencies also influence the potentiality of tax capacity. So tax capacity refers to the maximum amount of revenues a government can generate through taxation based on its economic resources. So these are the four important factors that are going to have an impact. Now coming to measuring the tax capacity. There are three important ways of measuring tax capacity. One is the indicators like the GDP, gross domestic product, the per capita income, and the tax to GDP ratio. The other technique what we have is the comparative analysis, which involves evaluating tax capacity across different countries or regions. The challenges in measuring the tax capacity is due to the various informal sectors and understanding the reasons for tax evasion. Up next, we would be discussing on the policy recommendations to enhance the tax capacity. To enhance the tax capacity, the policy recommendation is to broaden the tax base, improve the tax administration, reduce tax evasion and avoidance. And also, integration of technology would streamline the tax collection process. Now, let us understand the tax effort. Tax effort measures how effectively a government collects taxes relative to its economic capacity, indicating how well a country utilizes its tax base to generate revenue. Tax effort is a measure of how well a country or a region utilizes its tax capacity. It compares actual tax collection to potential or expected tax collection. Important for analyzing fiscal efficiency and tax policy effectiveness. So what do we define, or how do we define tax effort? Tax effort is equal to actual tax revenue divided by tax capacity. The actual tax revenue refers to what is actually collected by the government, and the tax capacity refers to what the government can collect based on its economic condition. It could be GDP, per capita income, and many more. Now let's understand the importance of tax effort. Tax indicates efficiency in tax administration. It helps in interstate or inter-country comparison, identifies underperforming regions, informs tax reforms and policy planning useful for international aid and fiscal decentralization decisions. Last but not least, let's understand the factors affecting tax effort. We have 6 important factors that influence the tax effort. Size and structure of the economy. It could agriculture versus the service sector. That's the primary sector versus the tertiary sector. The income levels and distribution, the administration capacity of a country, the tax compliance and enforcement, political will and governance, and informal sector size. With this, we come to the end of the session. See you soon in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.